Hey, Kanai once again here, man. Just to share some words of advice and encouragement. Hopefully it helps you to get you on your journey or help you to realize that you're actually just stuck in traffic. Now today I want to talk about starting up your own business. And the Lord revealed something to me yesterday that I want to share, and I believe it may be the very thing that might help to encourage and to get some of you guys that are actually in motion to get your business up and running. Now this is not a quick startup or any financial tips as how to get started or anything like that. First and foremost, this is just how to get it from out of your head and to get your passion that you feel within you to actually to make it manifest to something that you can see. Now, what he has showed me yesterday is that a lot of times we do things not based on logic, but based on how we feel. Now, I'm saying this to say that a lot of times, the reason why a lot of us don't start up our own business or go out there and, start to be following our passion of becoming an entrepreneur is because of how we feel. Yes, believe it or not, how you feel. And how you feel plays a great part in why we do a lot of things that we do. Because to give you an example, someone that you don't really feel close to or you feel any kind of attachment to call and ask you for a favor, more 9 out of 10 times you might not go. Now we have those extraordinary people that would go anyway, but most of the time that if we don't actually feel that connection or we're not feeling that person altogether, we're not going to go the extra mile. We're just not going to move. And it's the same way with your business and your dreams. A lot of your dreams and your passion that you have within you, you understand, it hasn't manifest or you haven't seen it materialize because of how you feel when you think about it. Now it's exciting because now the easy part is to just gather all the external things that you need. You know what I mean? Your business plan, your resources, your loans, your locations, all these things you'll be able to gather up really quick because it doesn't take anything, probably just a little research and making the right connections. But what stops you from actually doing it? What stops you from doing it is how you feel when you think about it. Now you have to ask yourself the question, how do you feel, about getting this business started? And if that feeling is not coming from a place of excitement, if that feeling doesn't put a smile on your face, if that feeling doesn't get you anxious to start, 9 out of 10 times, if you gather everything that you need to execute that business, it will not get off the ground. Because why? The feeling that's associated with getting that thing started is coming from a place of either fear or you're not excited about it. And if you're not excited, you're not going to move. You're not going to execute. You're going to make excuses why you don't move. So you have to change that emotional attachment to your thought of how you feel about starting this business. Another question you should ask yourself, how do I feel about getting up every day and actually doing this business that I'm about to start up? And if it does, once again, if it doesn't bring that excitement, if you don't get that thrill and that, and that spark, that smile on your face to get started, 9 out of 10 times, you're not going to move. So these are the things that you have to ask yourself, and you have to change the emotional attachment from that of anxious or that of feeling that it's going to fail or feeling that, what, man, I don't really want to step out on a limb because I don't know if I'm going to have the support. If you associate all these emotions with getting your business up and running, it will never leave from that intense state or in that get ready, on your marks, get set, and then you go back to recalibrating again and making sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's. You'll never get out of that starting gate. So you have to change that feeling that you're feeling when you think about starting your business. You have to have that excitement. You have to have that joy. For me, when I started up my business, I was always excited, man. When I first got my CDL, I couldn't find a job because nobody would hire me, being my first year of, holding my CDL. They want you to have at least a minimum of a year experience. And I didn't want to go over the road. So, no one would hire me. But I would still drive down the road whenever I'm on the New Jersey Turnpike and I'm driving and I'm seeing all those tractor trailer passing me. I would be excited. I would be in my car and I'll be like, yo, man, one day that's going to be me, man. One day I'm going to have my own truck. One day, this day is going to come. And I would drive and I would go every day and every morning, get up, going looking for jobs because I wanted that one day to manifest to me. So that excitement never left. I'm speaking to you right now, and I'm excited about how the Lord have blessed me and opened up the door, so I'm able to obtain my own truck, not just one, but 2 trucks. You know, so it's an excitement that you have to feel about what is it that you're planning to do. You know, so you got to ask yourself that. You know, am I excited about starting this business up? Yes, it sounds good because now the boss is getting on your nerves and it seems like, you know, this is the opportune time to leave or whatever it may be. But, you know, you have to keep that feeling. You have to keep that momentum. You see, and that excitement is what's going to be the catalyst for you to find all the other resources. You see, if you don't know where to start, that excitement is going to put you to talk to the right people. You're going to ask questions. You're going to do whatever it takes to get you amped up about starting this business. So it's something that you have to associate good and excitement feeling when you're thinking about doing business. And believe it or not, that's the key, because a lot of you guys have a lot of the resources right now. There's nothing stopping you right now from getting out there and actually implementing that business that you were excited about, that you know that you have the gift and the burning and it comes naturally and you do it. Some of you might even actually doing the same job that you want to start out on your own. You know, you probably do it day to day. Every day you get up and you go do the same exact job, face the same exact trials you're going to find, you know, the same complexity, the same, you know, things that you're going to have to be dealing with for yourself. But yet still in all, you wouldn't move. Why? Because fear. Every time you think about doing it, the fear comes up. And the fear now paralyzes you now. So now you make excuses. Nah, man. Right now in the right time, man. Maybe next year. You know, now in the right time, man. I'll wait till the kids, you know, go off to college. Or now in the right time, man. I'm going to wait till, you know, I have the baby. Or I'm going to wait till I get married. Or I'm going to wait till I do this. Or I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. And you just be in that starting gate and never, ever moving from there. I've been there. I had a job where I used to work at a warehouse. And about 7 years I stayed there because I was in that starting gate. Having a burning inside of me to get out, you know what I mean? And getting up every day to go to this job used to make me sick to my stomach. On Sundays, I'll be excited from Friday to Saturday to Sunday evening. All of a sudden, I start to get sick. You know what I mean? I got to use the bathroom. You know, it was just a mess, you know, and I did it for 7 years. You know, so what's stopping you now? You know, what is stopping you right now is you not being able to be excited about doing what you're doing. You don't associate the joy and the mirth with starting up your own business when you think about it. So you have to move from that state. So be excited about that. Keep that excitement going and associate all the good feelings. You know how it's going to feel when you start to make that money. You know, don't worry about the failures, you know, and if the failure comes, your excitement is going to move you to think of ways and resources on how to work through them. You understand? So the easy part is to gather up everything that you need externally, but the internal, you see, the scripture tells you as a man thinketh, you know, so is he. So as you think and that excitement is, so is it you're going to move. So for me, the Lord have revealed this, man, and I hope whoever is listening, you know, in this video might be able to help you to get you excited and amped up about getting started. You know, share it with someone else that you feel that you know would be good in doing what is it their passion is, but they're just afraid. They're afraid of failure. They're afraid to not move on. You understand? The Lord has you. You see, because we can't ask the Lord and keep asking the Lord to bless things, but then we're not doing anything for him to bless. You know, put something on the table so that he can say, man, well, you know what? This is